How we doing? Hey, round of applause for that intro, man. Shout out to the producer, whoever that may be.
Let's go.
Telly, what's going on?
Big C.
What's going on, T?
It's your world, baby. It's your world.
What's going on,
Rich? Big Will. Hey, everyone. Want to welcome y'all to the show. We in coming up into week 12. Gonna get it's on from here on, baby. It's on from here on. So as we do every week, we bring to you the best from the NFC South. We got my man Rich. He over there flipping cards, trying to lose his money right now. Hey, what's up, Big Rich? We got the man behind the scenes with all the plans and all the creativity. Big C, Big Mo is what they call him down T-Town.
Pew, 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 pew.
And my man out in the Midwest, he down in Texas, but he represents all day, every day, them nasty ass Saints. What up, boy? Big Will.
What's happening?
And yours truly, aka Frodo, the man with the plan from the ATL, shawty. That's how we do it. Hey, let's get this thing going. So as we gonna start this week off, we're gonna get this thing going nice and smooth. We got to talk about my team. Since I'm running the show today, we're gonna talk about my team a little bit. Talk about how we sucking ass right now. Hey, early in the year, everybody else had their injuries, untimely injuries. Tampa had their untimely injuries. The Saints had theirs. Carolina, the whole team was injured, so it don't even matter. But we hit our stride, and we had like 7 defensive guys out the past 2 weeks on defense, and defense wasn't already that good in the first place. And you take out the stars like that, it definitely gonna show what it showed, that we sucked, and our offense couldn't carry a tune to save their life. So not surprised by the 2 losses. Well, I am surprised by the one from the Saints, but it is a rivalry, so it don't matter how we playing. You still got to come and play. And we're going to get to that a little bit later on in the conversation about them in-house rivals we got coming up. So, for us, we desperately needed that bye week. I wish we could have had it in between the game against Denver. Maybe would have put up a better fight. But Bo Nix looked like a damn Hall of Fame quarterback back there, sitting on the couch with his remote control, killing our ass, just throwing the ball all over the place. So, hey, it's all good. Denver beat all of our ass this year, 4-0. So we'll take it. We'll take it. I thought we was gonna try to hold it down for the South, but man, they beat us better than anybody else. So. Hey, I'll take my L's.
When the rabbit
I'll take my L's. That's right. There's a weakness rabbit. That was damn Roger rabbit out this mug. Smack the hell out of him. So
38-16. What do you think? What happened? I mean,
we was on a bye week already, man. That's what happened. Nobody got off the plane, bro. Everybody was still in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? The coordinators all left. They stayed in Atlanta. They was calling plays through StreamYard. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to StreamYard.
Yeah. Man,
do you think they were actually looking past Denver though?
No, Denver's a strong team, man. So we wasn't looking past Denver. Injuries is definitely a thing for us. Like I said, our weakest part of the game of our team is our defense. So when you have that many injuries to cornerbacks and stuff like that, people trying to patch holes, man, we were leaking like a faucet. So
yeah.
Yep. So what's y'all take on it? I know that obviously us losing 2 games in a row, especially the big loss against the Saints week before last. Uh, it kind of makes things a little bit more interesting in some perspectives in
Yeah.
the conference. So I'm gonna toss it to you, Rich. What you guys think about that
You,
with our 2 losses this past 2 weeks?
you know what, man? In my opinion, I think that you kind of
He froze up
Did
on
we
us, T. He
Yeah.
froze up,
froze.
man?
Yeah.
He's not allowed. He's not allowed to talk about my team, so we'll leave him on froze.
Man,
Yeah. Yep.
Sean Payton got our number, man. Basically, I didn't watch too much of the game, but from what I saw, it was another case of the Sean Payton, man. He know how to handle the NFC South. He's been against every coordinator in our division, so that's basically what it was, man. And I don't know what y'all was doing. We got a win on our day off. And it's like Atlanta said, yeah, we don't want this division no more. We want to keep it interesting. So that was weird. So they own us this year. Ain't nothing we can say.
yeah. My
Hey,
No.
apologies, guys.
Sorry, man. Go ahead, Rich. What you were saying?
Yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, man, like you need wins at this juncture of the season, and I think they kind of opened the door a little bit for Tampa Bay. But there's games still to be actually played, though. But when you look at the pedestrian numbers and the mediocre numbers that Cousins and the offense put up, man, I'm just kind of questioning. Like I know you said, like what's going on with the offensive coordinator, what's going on with these defensive plays, and everybody in the NFC South, like you said, making Bo Nix look like a Hall of Fame quarterback. When we talk so much shit from that guy when he was at Auburn up until his transfer into actually Oregon and stuff, and now he's in the league. He's looking like he's supposed to be there, and that's very surprising to me, man. So Atlanta kind of let me down, man. And I don't know exactly what's going on. If it's the offensive calling the plays, or if they're playing to their level of competition. If they look past, Denver to a certain extent. But Sean Payton, man, like we said, he obviously has our number in the NFC South.
Yep. Hey, Will, what you think, brother?
man, if anybody was rooting for y'all to win that fucking game, it was me. And that raggedy ass Sean Payton, bro. God damn. I can't stand that motherfucker. Bro. So, I mean, Sean Payton had our number, man. I mean, he played, they mollywopped us. They went around the whole NFC South and got us. I hate that. I was really hoping that somebody from our division would have spanked him so we could at least brag on that. But this motherfucker head is about this big now. His head is
It
big.
is.
No,
For
the
sure.
problem
For
is
sure.
the problem is Kirk plays good against Tampa and only Tampa because his numbers reflected. That was the downfall of the game. Y'all only had like 100 and some yard pass. So even coming into the game, averaging 300 plus or whatever in the passing game, rushing yards around 125 or something like that. So it was good. It was Kirk. It was Kirk. At the end of the day, is
Yeah.
this the real
Yeah.
Kirk or
No, I think it's. I mean, we had a stretch there. We had and then some teams at the beginning of the season. You think about at the beginning of the season, you don't think Denver will be who they were at this time of year for any of us. We don't think that the Chargers are who they are this time of year. So what we thought was a tough schedule in the beginning for us, that starting stretch, those teams are tough. But man, look at our teams coming up. These teams are playing really good ball right now. They've all got pretty good defenses, run games, and passing games. So there's going to be some interesting games coming up these last few weeks. So speaking of interesting games, them Saints, y'all won 2 in a row, and we don't know what y'all done put in that damn pot, but something's cooking, baby. So Will, I'm gonna toss it to you. Tell me what's cooking down there in the bayou, man. That's got y'all working the way y'all working right now.
Well, we got rid of Dennis Allen, and I think that's what was wanted. That was warranted already, getting rid of him. The next thing is going to be Carr. Carr sometime. He's going to win 2 games, then watch. Well, we ain't going to lose this game because we're going to be on a bye. So, but
that's the only guarantee.
Yeah, it's a guarantee. What they call it, a tie. But I mean, right now with Rizzy at the handle, Rizzy's playing other players. Granted, we have some players that's out, but he's actually going to more players, as far as making Carr work. And I think that's what's working for us right now. But Carr still got to go. Carr still got to go.
Okay. So coaching change.
Yes.
Quarterback is doing what quarterback does. He's out two. So actually gonna give him 3 because y'all on the bye week, like you said. So we'll give him 3, and then we'll see what happens next 2 games. So hey, Rich, your upcoming schedule, you got to obviously play that, man. So what do you think about what do you have to work with dealing with the Saints and their current 2-game winning streak?
I think Carr, man, is hit and miss, like Will said. I mean, he had a pretty decent game. He was 21 for 27 with 248 yards and touchdown. And Taysom Hill actually, he's looking like the new Swiss Army knife or the new Slash, like Cordell Stewart. Yeah, Cordell Stewart was
killing him.
When he so I think that the Saints still got some work to actually do. But I think that coaching change probably helped them out. But they hit or miss, man. You don't know exactly who you're gonna get on a weekend basis with the Saints. So, like Will said before, it's every given Sunday, man, 1 game at a time. So we'll see.
Okay. All right, Corey. So you on your schedule, the Saints is the last game of the season for you. So
didn't they say that to be determined?
Right now? Right.
I'm sorry.
Who do you think they're gonna be by the time y'all play them in last week in week 18?
Based on what we've been seeing, they're going to be who everybody expects them to be. It'll be a pretty decent game, but I see us winning in the end. That game on Sunday, it was just a complete game. You know how you've been talking all season, Telly. You've been waiting on your team to show you a complete display of a team performance, and that's what happened with New Orleans. They had over 200 yards passing, 259 yards on the ground, so everything was working for them. So I don't foresee all of that continuing to happen because we know they're not consistent. And at this point, what's the point? You don't have a head coach. You got an interim, so y'all are already packed up. Basically, just riding the season out, and then, hey, it is what it is. They're playing carefree ball, so it's something to that.
Okay, so keeping with the Saints theme, keeping with this Saints theme here, Will, he really loves Sean Payton. And I guess so much, and Sean Payton loves us because he beat all of our ass this year. So, the way you feel about this thing, Corey, you feel that Sean Payton, owns us. You said that earlier in the podcast already. So you want to elaborate a little bit more on that feeling of Mr. Payton? We're going to have to call him Mr. Payton right now.
Well, hey, the facts is the numbers don't lie. He went undefeated against us this year. Every game they played, we were out executed on every side of the ball. He played every team. It's like he knew the blueprint going into every single game, every scheme that every team was going to run, all the holes in the defense, where to be, that. He knew it. So shout out to Sean Payton. He humbled the whole division. If the Broncos were playing our division, they'd be number 1 already, hands down. They could probably lose the rest of the games.
Yeah, they're 7-3 right now, so they'll definitely be by record and 4-0. So yeah, it'll be ugly.
Hey, we got a special guest, Telly. We got a Niners fan. I was feeling bad because they lost, so I decided to bring him on, let him talk a little bit. So I
see that we got charity cases on here this week.
Yeah, we got. I felt it was only right because pretty much everybody on here technically still in the playoff hunt. That's how bad the division is.
I'll get to that part. I got some interesting numbers about that. We'll get to that. Unless y'all just want to talk about it right now. I mean, we can. We can talk about it right now if y'all want to.
Let's get into it.
So for playoffs, as of today, if the players was to start today, the Falcons is ranked. I'm talking about our division now. They're ranked number 4 overall in NFC. Bucks is number 11. Saints is 13. Panthers is 14. Since we got the 49ers fan on here, I'll go ahead and give him a little shine. He gone? He ran away that quick? Okay, cool. But he's still he number 10. He's number 10 on the list. So with that, they said the Falcons got a 72% chance of currently of getting into the playoffs. The Bucks has currently 40% chance. If y'all win this weekend, you got a 49% chance. So your chances increase a little bit. The Saints got a 3% chance in hell, and the Panthers, y'all can make the playoffs next year. Damn sure ain't making it this year. Y'all are -1.5%, -1%, -1% chance to make it. An interesting thing though with the Bucks,
hate
and it's gonna.
That's all that is. That's hate.
Ain't no hate, man. It's reality. What we have though is an interesting dynamic with the Bucks, and it's going to lead into what we talked about. We've been talking about for weeks now. Is that there's a strong possibility for 2 teams to come out of the South, and this is why, right? So the Rams, the Seahawks, and the 49ers are ahead of you, the Bucks, in the race for that AC, that last spot. But according to the percentages, the Bucks, you have the best chance of landing that 8 seed, even though you're 11 seed right now. So that's interesting. So what's y'all thoughts on that?
Why? First of all, I mean, based on what I've been seeing from my team, I'm kind of pissed. That's a waste of playoff spot. You might get somebody else who really want it because y'all boys ain't playing like you want it. But realistically, analytically, yes, they do have a chance, and all they got to do is win out. The next 3 games, we got the Giants, we play the Raiders, and then we got the Panthers. Next game after that is the Chargers, Cowboys, and then New Orleans. So we're predicted to win in every single one of those games. Problem is, we don't know who's showing up. We got Mike coming back, we got Dean coming back, but Dean wouldn't impress me when he was there. So okay, so we'll see if they didn't adjust it, but they got a chance. They got a chance.
And see, and that's I ain't mean to interrupt you, sir, but that's the beauty.
No, go ahead.
We talk about these so-called experts, and like they already projected, Tampa Bay to win all these games. We know for a fact they're not beating the Panthers. So what's up with these guys, man? We need to put them on point, man. Shit.
Hey, Will, we not beating y'all, Rich? Come on now. We not beating y'all, Rich.
Hey, Rich said y'all gotta play me twice.
Hey, man.
Hey, we'll talk about this down here. You know what I'm talking about.
No. So this what no, y'all ain't gonna talk offline. Y'all gonna talk online. I know what y'all talking about. We're gonna talk online. So I smell. I mean, Rich already over there, put some chips down on the table. So
Absolutely.
Corey, do I hear an offer on the table from you?
Oh shit.
I don't know what you hear, but I know what's understood.
Oh, it says understood. It says understood.
Hey man, that's because that's that No Child Left Behind shit. So we're gonna be good, man. I think we got a little bit more.
There you go. He froze up on that bet. He froze up on that bet.
Just like Canales gonna freeze when he see us. Yep. They gonna freeze. What's the point in them winning, man? We don't do more.
Man. They
You need to win
trying to break
with a
hearts.
purpose.
They
Win with a purpose.
they trying to break hearts and make sure that you all don't get a playoff berth or something. That's what they're trying to do. They're gonna be spoilers at that point. They playoff spoilers. That's all they're trying to do. So the top three teams is Lions, Eagles, and the Cardinals. So everybody slept on the Cardinals for a lot of the season, but the Cardinals playing some dang on good football. Yeah, got a strong
Shout out to
chance
Mighty
of
Mouse.
making. Mighty Mouse
Shout
is
out to
doing his
Mighty
thing.
Mouse. Yeah.
Yeah. So
The Cardinals are one of them. They one of the teams that, you know. Is this thing on?
Yep.
Can you
yeah,
hear me?
yeah. I thought I get you. You just stopped talking.
Oh, Rich was going. Oh, I was talking about little Mighty Mouse and them. They're one of them teams like they're going under the radar. I watched them. They physical. Connor's running the ball pretty decent, and you know, of course, they got Marvin out there or whatever. They're all around solid team. Kind of like I think they'll hit a schedule by maybe 2 years. You know, like them and the Commanders. You peaking too soon right now. This is fool's gold. You know what I mean? Like they're coming, but they're not there yet. And I think the San Francisco fan can attest also. You know, the Cardinals, they on the cusp. I think they're missing a couple of pieces before I'll actually be like paying attention to them.
Okay.
I
mean,
I agree with you, Corey. I agree with you. But when you look at that conference, man, I don't think none of us thought it'd be that extra tough. When you're looking at all those teams are 5-5, with the exception of the Cardinals, and they all got to play each other coming up. So it's definitely going to be tough. So they're going to eat each other, and they're going to actually, they're going to be a detrimental to one another, not making the playoffs. And I think the one who have it the worst, when we're talking about, who's going to make the playoffs, San Francisco, who's going to suffer. If I want to hear his perspective on, they're going to suffer though, looking at their schedule.
So San Francisco will be the first one to drop out of that division.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, they
It's quiet.
lost to a soft Seattle team.
It's pretty
Should have lost that
quiet.
game.
No
Y'all
rebuttal.
play a strong Green Bay team this week. Y'all play a strong Buffalo team the week after that. You might escape to Chicago. The Rams, that's a California battle. Then you play against a trending Miami Dolphins team. Then you play against that juggernaut Detroit Lions team. And then you play against that up-and-coming Arizona team. So, yeah, I see that 49% chance of y'all making the playoffs is more like Rich's negative ass 1% chance to make the playoffs.
Somebody gotta go. Somebody gotta go. So, what'd you say to that? Hey, Ant, what'd you say to that?
It's real good right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody front runners. Everybody's talking. For the last 5 years, we've been a nightmare for the league. You know what I mean? Nobody wanted to match up against them. I think right now, in my honest opinion, there's a little bit of an identity crisis. I think that the physicality, intimidation, the team that we was, Trent Williams, everybody, the dogs. Debo looks slow. The separation ain't there. The receivers ain't getting separations. We saw that a lot in the Bucs game. We can't win one-on-ones in man coverage. And it's like Buddy said, I mean, Arizona's a good team, but they're not there yet. The Seahawks, they don't know who they are from week to week. They could be, they play like a decent team, like a competent team to a worst team in the league. And like I said, the Rams, I know where they are. They're injured. They're hurt. I think at the end of the day, I'm not going to say we're going to be a playoff football team. But I always go back to revisionist history. Like I look at last year, Kansas City. They were struggling. The Giants, when they played the undefeated Patriots, that year they got in at 9-7, they were struggling. You just got to get in. And and obviously the standard for us is not just winning the division. We want to be the team with the bye, but that's out the window. But I think if we get in, we go from there. We go from there. Like I said, it's all fun and games, but if the 49ers get into the playoffs, who's gonna want to play them the first game?
Everybody.
So ain't no everybody gonna want them.
Everybody.
You know better than that. I wouldn't want to play them.
Listen, I get this. The scheme is always going to be the scheme in San Francisco, right? We all know this plug and play. That's what they're supposed to be, plug and play.
Right.
But you can plug and play when the top ones in every position, are healthy. But when they're not, it trickles down. Just same with ours. It's like if we lost Mike and our Chris, man, that third tier production, something was wrong. It fell off drastically. So the scheme gonna be there, but your people, your core, Will, you got to have chemistry. They're dwindling. The core is dwindling.
Well, I would agree and disagree. I would say that, and I say that because the core isn't out for the season. Talanoa Hufunga's slated to be back next week. Obviously, Dre Greenlaw is probably going to be out for, he's slated to come back soon. His window's open. Jawad Jennings, to me, has been one of the best receivers in the league under the radar that nobody's talking about. Those guys have been on the team for 4 to 5 more years. In terms, when you talk about the top 3 guys, and I get what you're saying. We're essentially on offense, we're just missing Brandon Ayuk, I would say. Kittle just missed last week, but other than that, I mean, to me, once the pieces get there, and right now we're at a position where our back's up against the wall. The guys that are they have these injuries, I think what Kyle Shanahan did was hey, we could beat the Seahawks without Kittle, but like Kittle said, he could have played. And now when you look back at that game, the games we've lost, they've been by 3 points or less. And that comes back to just simply one missing a guy or two or just not executing on special teams. But I don't think again, we're out of it because we don't have guys out for the season but one guy. And ultimately, I think if we can get in with the guys that we need, I think we'll be okay. I'm not saying we're going to contend for a title because that's not the football I see right now. We're not title contenders.
I agree. Definitely not title contenders, but I tell you one team that is a title contender, and that's in the NFC South. But we don't know who it is yet.
We don't know.
Who it is yet.
We don't know.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, nobody's talking about the LA Chargers.
Well, we were going to get to
they
them
all right.
down the road.
Don't get me started.
Those right now.
Don't get me started.
If we really started and we look at their record, who have they beaten?
And that's your favorite quarterback?
Who have they beaten? Right.
Don't get me started.
Hey, Telly loves Justin Herbert.
So much so I'm going to Atlanta next weekend to see him play.
That's going to be awesome. But sticking with our conversations around the league, what do you guys think about the situations going on with the Jets? They just fired their GM. It's like, they cleaned the house up there all because of one man came in and destroyed them. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Me personally, man, I think we should have started writing on the wall and just kind of look at the track record and stuff. I mean, you're firing the wrong people, you're replacing the wrong people, and you're actually destroying that organization from the inside out. Everybody knows, for the most part, that AA line is the issue, is the problem. And I think, in my opinion, firing the head coach and Rob Saleh was a hell of a coach, and firing the GM was the wrong move. I think the wrong move when y'all actually put that investment in Aaron Rodgers instead of going elsewhere and find another quarterback. But that dude is proven to be a cancer, man. So, he finds a way to get people fired all the fucking time, no matter where he comes.
Did y'all see what came across the feed today? They was going to bench Aaron. They was going to bench him. They was like, no, we're going to let his ass sit on the bench. We're going to run somebody else. But apparently, somebody that was in that office when they had that meeting is like, nah, I'll give him a chance. Hey.
When I look at the Jets, I mean, this and when we talked about this last time, poverty franchise will do poverty franchise stuff. I mean, this is an organization that's never been competent. I mean, at no point has this organization, I mean, since Joe Namath in 65, since Woody Johnson has come to the ownership of this organization, I mean, what moves have they made? You fired, to me, what looked like a competent GM in Joe Douglas. You have the offensive rookie of the year and the defensive rookie of the year on the same roster. Quentin Williams is a perennial all-pro. You got dogs out there. His free agent, I mean, this dude got 2 first-rounders for Jamal Adams. Like, what are we talking about? So you fire the dude that everybody thought, except me, that hey, go out and get Aaron Rodgers and you're a Super Bowl caliber team. And ultimately, Woody Johnson made a decision to just Robert Saleh without consulting anybody. I always thought Robert Saleh was a phenomenal coach. That team has taken a tremendous step back defensively since he's gotten off that team, since they fired him and let him go. I would not say that Joe Douglas deserved to be fired. And obviously, you know the problems with Aaron Rodgers. So
speaking of, yeah, you're right. I definitely agree that Joe shouldn't have been fired. But speaking of fired and losing jobs, Telly, you think Aaron comes back next year?
Yeah. They don't want him.
Nah, he's gonna be another Russell Wilson situation where if he still wants to play, he's gonna have to go to a team that's gonna eat that cap, that salary, which I don't know who would do that for him because he's been declining for the past couple years anyway. He ain't gonna humble himself, man. He got too much pride for that. So he gonna have to make a business decision to go ahead and retire and go out with grace instead of being benched by somebody. So I don't think he's coming back next year though. I think his career is over.
What you said? Hey, Will Stevens, what you think?
I think he needs to humble himself. But nobody's going to want to play him because he's bringing that damn nasty ass attitude, and nobody wants that.
He's bringing the darkness.
Feel that.
Feel the energy.
But they're going about it wrong. The manager that they got rid of, they should have kept him, and they should have actually listened to the cat and said, "Hey, bench this dude. We can go with somebody else." But now look at what transpired. The dude knew what he was talking about, and now he's out of a job. And Aaron got his whatever wish he wanted.
Hey, Rich, you think Aaron gonna be with the Jets next year?
I think he will. I think that's a bad move. But I think he will, though, honestly, because of what they've already invested into him. So, and at this point, it is what it is. I mean, shit, you got rid of your general manager, your head coach. You got to keep him to kind of see what's going to look like with him and Devontae Adams plus those other guys. So I think so.
All right.
I think he's gone.
Yeah, I think his ass gone too.
I think he's going. I think they kicked him out the building. I mean, and what I foresee is a whole bunch of teams having the ass off, a bunch of poverty franchises trying to figure out how they're going to incorporate this dude. I mean, he's not going to take another offensive coordinator. I mean, that's the first thing he needs to do. I don't see how they can move forward with this dude because Jamal Adams is on a year-to-year deal, so he's gonna leave, right? I mean, I don't foresee how you come back with Aaron Rodgers.
So sticking with the around the league, man. 2 questions. Question 1, upset alert. Who's on upset alert this week? And second question is, what's the game of the week? What y'all think the game of the week is?
Ooh,
upset alert, Will.
Shit. Damn, I don't know.
I think San Francisco, Green Bay. While he looking it up, upset. They're about to keep it interesting. San Francisco, Green Bay. I know Green Bay should be favored in this one, so that's the game of the week and the upset of the week. My personal opinion. I win either way, though.
Do you think it's an upset?
Hey,
yeah.
I mean,
you don't.
I mean, Green Bay could have very well lost to Chicago Sunday.
Could have. They did.
I mean, they didn't do anything to win that football game.
Sometimes we don't have to.
You know.
Yeah, y'all are 5-5. They are 7-3. If you beat them, it's an upset. But I will say, I'll give it. I'll agree with Corey. That's probably a game of the week because y'all that y'all usually play regardless of record. That's always a good game between y'all two. But upset of the week, I think upset game alert is Cleveland and Pittsburgh.
Whoa. I thought you was going to say something crazy like Carolina and Kansas City.
Nah.
Negative
1%. -1%.
Hey, you think the Browns get the Steelers? You think the Browns get the Steelers? Tell him.
Hell no.
So look though, over the last 2 seasons, man, they split the games. Pittsburgh won 1, Cleveland won 1. You look at Pittsburgh, then I played 2 highly contested games, a lot of energy in those games, especially that last game with Baltimore. They played their butts off. And sometimes you can have a letdown game. And that's why I say this is like it's almost a trap for them to play against Cleveland. And Cleveland going to be playing with nothing to lose. It's a tricky game.
Do we even know who started at quarterback?
Yeah. So I would say
don't
this,
matter.
man. But I would say this: despite those guys losing last week, Jameson Winston did play a hell of a game. For him not to see or whatever, the dude almost threw for 400 yards. And he threw 2 touchdowns and no turnovers. But I still don't think that's enough for them to go beat Pittsburgh. I think they're going to need more than that. And like I said, man, I'm always going to lean the side of Mike Tomlin because what he does as a coach and what he's getting out of those players. So, yeah, Pittsburgh, they got to score, though. You can't rely only on Chris Boswell. He got all the goddamn points once again last week, but they got to score and Russell Wilson got to play better. But I'm still going with Pittsburgh.
They only got to score if the other team scores. And so far, the other team ain't been scoring. So, I mean, hey, come on. But once we got to give a shout out to the defense. Like, everybody expecting points on the board. Defense shut them down. They beat them with 6 field goals.
Every
But
time.
that's a given, though.
Field goals.
But that's a given, though, man. We've been giving that defense props just as well as everybody for, all season long. So we already know that's a given. But in order for them guys to actually compete and make a deep run in the playoffs, you're going to have to put more points on the board on the offensive side. And you can't solely rely on the defense, though.
Absolutely agree. But what I'm saying is, could it be that there will be a defensive team that carries their team far in the playoffs in an offensive era? Could it possibly be that they could be that one team? Remember how it used to be like, hey, when Ray Lewis was like, hey, give me 10 points. Give me 13 to 10 points, and we got it. They could be that. Maybe.
I agree with you, Corey, and I'm not discounting that and stuff, but they can be the Ravens, the 9-6 Ravens. They probably got to go kill somebody though to make shit official, but they can be that same caliber team, just like the Ravens.
Dump them in the trunk, Ray Caruth. Dump them in the trunk, Ray Caruth.
Just don't hide it in the trunk. Look, don't hide it in the
and his Ray people in the trunk. Hey, come on now. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Y'all crazy. All right. So I wanna talk about something that we y'all didn't prepare for. I looked at our schedules. We're in the home stretch, baby. I got 6 games left. The Saints got 6 games left. Bucks and Carolina both got 7 games left. And our guest of the week has 6 games left. So from each one of y'all, I'm gonna start with our guest, and I want you to predict how many wins, losses you're gonna have based on the schedules you got left. I'm gonna call your teams out, and feel free to talk shit. So 49ers, y'all got Green Bay next, Buffalo, Chicago, Rams, Detroit, Arizona. What's your record?
See a lot of
this game?
I see a lot of L's.
You forgot about the Lions. They got the Lions too.
I said Detroit.
Okay, my bad.
Oh man, I could definitely see us. I could see us dropping
Me too. Me
I can see
too.
us dropping 2 of those. I think we could run the table, but I definitely see us dropping 2.
All right. So you say 4-2. What say you, Will? What you say about that schedule for the 49ers?
Shit. Detroit. Bro. Yeah, I say 2. 2.
You say they're gonna win 2 or drop 2?
Win 2.
Yeah, that's me too. I'm about there. Yeah. All right. So Will, sticking with you, man.
Okay.
Saints. Your schedule is the Rams, the Giants, Washington, Green Bay,
Ooh.
Vegas, and the Bucks.
Ooh.
I say 3-3.
Ooh.
Now I'm interested to know which 3 you gonna win.
Shit.
Which 3
New
you
York,
win? Yeah.
Vegas, and Tampa.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Hey,
Let's
I'm
get
keeping
it.
it a buck.
Let's
I'm
get it.
serious.
Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, Corey, what you think about them Saints their record? What you think they're gonna do with that?
Man, please. 2-4. 2-4.
2-4. Oh, who they
Hey.
beat? Who they beat?
Man, anybody but us just gonna toss it up. That's how they play. Like it doesn't even matter. They're not
Okay.
beating us. I'm gonna say 2-4 for them. That's their record.
All right, Corey, I'm gonna stick with you then. Your record, your schedule. Giants, Carolina, Vegas,
Yep.
them
Yep.
Chargers, them boys, Carolina, and them
Mhm.
Saints. What you got there, boy?
Mhm. 6-1.
Woo!
Losing to the Chargers. Losing to the Chargers. 6-1.
Hey,
Let's
dog.
go, see.
6-1. There it
Go,
is.
see. Let's go. Hey, Carolina, he
That
just
makes
dogged
us
your team.
10-7. That makes us 10-7. And we
10
wait.
7.
And
Yes.
we wait.
Hey,
And we
hey,
wait.
hey,
Hey,
Rich.
than everybody else do.
Hey, Rich. He said, y'all play, he said he played y'all twice. So that's 2 games he putting in the bank. So what you say?
I think he pregame with some gummies.
Certified.
So he's a
Stamp
little
it.
high in the fire right now.
Certified.
But they definitely
Stamp
got
it.
that victory. So
Official.
yeah.
Official.
He's in the clouds
Certified.
right
Go
now.
ahead and stamp it. Definitely.
So
I mean, he
what's
doesn't look
his,
like Dave Chappelle right now. Dave Chappelle, but he half baked.
oh,
For sure.
Hey, man.
For sure. Yeah.
Come on.
He wants to leave, but he knows two people out.
I know
So-
not
so
of what he speaketh.
So Rich, staying with you, man. I'm about to go over your brutal schedule. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. You
Win.
got Kansas City,
Win.
Bucks, Philly, Dallas, Arizona,
L.
Bucks, ATL, shawty.
We're gonna get four. We're gonna get 4 though.
Hey, nah.
You get 4 of them.
4 though. We're gonna get 4 though. We're gonna get 4
What
though.
for you? What for
Hey.
you banking on?
He talking about that 4 for 4 at Popeyes.
Kansas City, the Buccaneers, Dallas, and the ATL.
Hey, bro, hold on, bro.
Hey man, I don't even know what to say. So
I
I was with Will on his 3-3. I got Corey at 5-2. I got Carolina at 2-4. Carolina, I got y'all at 2-4, and myself, I got at 4-2. So my team gonna be we play against the Chargers, Minnesota, Vegas, Giants, Washington, and Carolina.
Okay, so
There's only two teams on there that I think we have a problem with. That's the Chargers and Minnesota. Everybody else is
Chargers,
money in the bank.
Minnesota's L. Who else you say?
Vegas, Giants, Washington, and Carolina. That's money in the bank. All
Washington
four.
L. Washington
Nah,
L.
not an L. Not an L.
Yeah.
Nope, because Washington in their bag, right? Well, was in their bag. They, like you said it 2 weeks ago, I think you said they hadn't played nobody in their division yet. And as soon as they start playing their division, they've been hanging in there, but they still taking them L's. And they still got to go through a gauntlet before they get to me. So by the time they get to me, it's gonna be all right.
We can say the same for the Chargers, because the Chargers, they haven't beaten a good team. Every team that had a 500 ball record, they lost to. They haven't. Everybody they play had a losing record. So the Chargers, it's fugazi. It looks good.
Facts. So I predict giving that 4-2 coming out of shoot. So I predict we're gonna be like it was last year. We both gonna be 10-7.
Yeah. What you got to say, Will? Anthony, there smoking a cigar in disbelief. What you got to say?
That's right. I hurt your feelings. I know I did. I'm sorry.
Utter disbelief. Utter disbelief. This is the worst run operation I've ever seen. I'm not.
The what?
Atlanta has been the biggest disappointment outside the Jets.
Oh Lord!
I put so much money in Atlanta last week. I don't know what to do. I mean, so I'm not seeing none of that.
That's happening.
Kirk Cousins is a senior citizen. He can't.
Yeah, he is.
Like,
he don't.
Max Crosby gonna have a field day when they play the Raiders.
They can't score though.
They can't score. I mean, it's a travesty. Denver's not a good football team. They look like they were contenders playing Atlanta. Atlanta could do nothing. So I'm not seeing how they beat the Raiders. I'm not seeing how they beat anybody going forward. To be honest with you, Carolina. I mean, we're not even taking them seriously. Let's be for real. I mean, they don't know who their quarterback gonna be week to week. They're running an experiment. They're trying to evaluate the roster to determine how they're going into the draft. They're in mock draft season. Talking about the 49ers can't run the table when they're the most competent team on this whole podcast. What are we talking about? Like, I mean, one leg, two legs limping. We're the most competent franchise of all these teams. We could run the table. But I'm not going to say that. But
have y'all won yet? Have you won yet? Have you won yet?
Man, look, let me tell you something.
Have you won yet?
Atlanta and Carolina.
Have you won yet?
Cheeks off the same ass. They're two cheeks off the same ass.
Have you won yet?
Hey, you sound like a damn Cowboys fan talking about past damn shit. We talking about right now. We talking about week 12. And week 12, you have a 16% chance of making the playoffs. 16.
So what y'all got?
If you lose.
What y'all got?
Oh, we're 72.
72 what?
Percent chance.
72% say y'all getting eliminated.
Not.
Terrible.
Well,
hey man,
got interesting.
It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault, y'all suck.
We're gonna win the division.
What division?
Oh, so wait a minute. You're saying the 49ers are going to win the NFC West?
Yes.
Oh man, you what? Boy, is that a blunt or a cigar you smoking on over there?
Hey, let me pull up their schedule.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Look,
I just looked at their schedule, bro. They ain't winning those games.
Look,
run it down again, Teddy. Let's go over it.
We're gonna go over it. We're gonna go over it. Ooh. Green Bay, who has an 89% chance of making the playoff. Buffalo. Where? Okay.
He said
Chicago. Yeah, he said he's gonna beat Buffalo.
So we had 1 and 2. We had 1 and 2 right now.
No, he had 0 and 2.
Well, you said Chicago was gonna beat them. So I mean, they were gonna beat Chicago. So we had
Chicago.
1 and 2.
That's their third game. So they had 1 and 2.
So 1 and 2.
The Rams, y'all might be 1-2 and 1. Y'all might tie.
2 and 2. Okay, 2 and 2.
Detroit and Arizona.
Detroit and Arizona.
Yeah, 2 and 4. Like I said,
2 L's.
L's.
That's not an L. Yeah,
Like I
2 and
said,
4.
2 and 4.
So
I
you're,
ain't lying to
And
you,
they got
baby.
Miami.
hold up. So you're telling me for the first time in this team's history under Kyle Shanahan, we're losing to Arizona twice in the same season?
Yep.
Ain't my fault.
Absolutely.
Look, I'm an 80s baby. This might
You
be
can be a 7. I'm a 70s baby, so I'm gonna tell you what's real. Y'all ain't winning that game.
Well, there's a problem, Kelly. There's a problem. If he's an '80s baby, that's going to crack epidemic. So that's the
Nah,
case.
that's what it is. Nah,
We got
this brother.
that's what it is.
This brother said Carolina going 4-2. I can't tell you that last year's Super Bowl contending team can't run the table.
I'm optimistic.
Hey, man.
I'm optimistic.
Let's keep it a buck. If the 49ers ran the table, would it really be that much of a surprise?
Y'all ain't running the table, though, bro.
Y'all ain't running the table.
I'm asking you.
It will be an extraordinary
Extremely
display
surprised.
of.
Hey,
It will be an extraordinary display of cheating I've ever seen in my
hey,
life.
or somebody there rubbed a lamp and y'all asked the genie for 3 damn wishes.
But nah, you're right. I wouldn't be surprised if y'all ran the table. I get what you're saying. You're throwing a little slick jab. No. I know what you're doing. You're throwing a little slick jab. Somebody out of all of us in this room, would it be a surprise if the Niners ran the table as if none of us can run the table? Bitch, we know what the hell you're doing. I see what you're doing. You look, yeah.
I mean, we know Carolina ain't running no table. They're in the street.
They're running to the table, but they ain't running a table.
Yeah,
They're watching. You know, they got next. You know,
they're posted.
they got kicked out of the table because they couldn't call their hand. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, like I told you, Mo, that drop off from 1 to 2 for y'all, that's a drop. From 2 to 3, that's a drop. You can't recover from having Chris Godwin to going to Sterling Shepard. Like,
No, you can't. You can't.
Like we can survive with Juwan Jennings, clearly. Like we got George Kittle. My whole thing is when you look at some of these other teams, I'm looking at Atlanta. Kirk Cousins is it is a problem over there. And they're not willing to they must have got sacked 42 times. Like
he's
I'm
fine.
saying, what is y'all seeing here?
Hey, he's fine. It's still the regular season. The playoffs, that's a whole different story.
Man, look, it's over. That man has
For
stolen.
y'all, you're right. It's right. It's over for y'all. You said it. That's about the only thing I agree with. You done said tonight.
Look, this man done stole the damn church money. He done went over there and got another fully guaranteed deal, and he's a senior citizen that can't move in the league today.
And y'all about to pay Mr. Unprecedented down there, Brock Purdy, and then he gonna show you who he really is. So we ain't even gonna hold you no longer, man. I'm gonna see what your skills are on picking teams because picking your wins on your schedule is definitely trash. So we're gonna go move to these picks. We're gonna move to these picks right now and work this thing out. So y'all ready?
Oh, definitely. We
All
kind of,
right, so
yeah, ready.
you sure? All right, cool. So first game we got is Cleveland and Pittsburgh playing in Cleveland.
Pittsburgh.
I'm going with Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna go pick.
All right.
I think we have an offensive game this Thursday. Russell coming out, it's going to be more than Pickens on spectacular catches.
You're right. He did make some of those. All right. We got Minnesota, Chicago playing in Chicago.
Minnesota.
I'm going to go with Chicago on an old upset. I'm going to go with Chicago. I'm going with Chicago.
All right.
It's too much scrutiny going on in that camp, man. They got to save face. They gonna pull it out. They gonna pull it out. All right. Okay.
That's true.
I don't trust Minnesota.
Detroit versus Indy playing in Indy.
Detroit.
Yes. That's too easy right there. And we'd be better off saying how many points Detroit gonna score. All right, New England against Miami, playing in Miami.
Who's the
Miami.
matchup?
Miami.
New England, Miami, playing in Miami.
Oh, Miami.
Drake may been balling. Drake may been balling.
What you got?
I got
Drake
Miami.
may been balling, but I'm gonna go with Miami.
I know you are. All right, we got the game of the week: Tampa Bay against New York Giants.
Tampa.
Now, real talk, telling that's when you was talking upset games. And for a moment there, I'm like, ooh, that could be interesting because Dean comes, like I said, Dean will be back. Mike Evans will be back for this game. Giants defense is pretty decent, but still, we'll get to see Shepard and McMillan them operate in true backup role, backup dancers, because Mike could be there. Whether it's for a decoy or, I think it'll be a decoy. You can't run and ball this first game back. But that's a trap game. Let's face it, everyone is, but that's a trap game.
Yep.
I'm still going with Tampa, though.
Of course you are. What you got, Rick? Tampa Giants.
I'm not going to New York. Tampa.
New York?
Hell no.
Sound like he said New York.
Yeah, he said Tampa.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
All right.
Hey, when they fight in the locker room, the Giants were fighting in the locker room when it over because they against Daniel Jones. That's what I heard.
I heard it too. Dallas versus Washington. Playing in DC.
Commanders.
Yeah.
Commanders.
All right. Kansas City versus Carolina.
Carolina, baby.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Look at Will's face, man. Look at Will's face, bro.
Hey.
Huh?
But listen, hear me out though. Hear me out, Taylor. Hear me out.
I'm here. Yep.
When you really look at it, like, okay, ain't nothing need to be said for Kansas City. I'm playing. I got nothing, man.
You got nothing. Shoot. All right. Houston versus Tennessee, playing in Houston.
Houston.
H-Town.
Yeah, H-Town down. All right. Denver versus Vegas, in Vegas.
Denver hot right now. Denver keep the streak going. Bo Nix, looking like rookie of the year.
I'm going with Denver.
I'm going with the opposite team.
Uh-oh.
So
Denver.
He's not in the running for rookie of the year. That's what you're saying.
I think I'm going with Vegas. It ain't no running. Jaden Daniels winning that. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
I never said that he wasn't winning, but would you agree that he's in the running for the MVP? For the rookie.
No.
He won't get a vote.
Won't get a vote.
He gonna get some votes.
No,
he'll get some votes. He get two. He'll get 2 votes.
We shall see.
Unless Jaden Daniels have some major fall off the rest of the season, then
I
don't see it.
And that shit was the Hail Mary.
Yeah. San Francisco, Green Bay, playing in Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Packers. Green Bay Packers. He said the run starts now.
Yeah, you got the runs all right. Arizona, Seattle. Playing in Seattle.
That's gonna be a good game.
Arizona.
It's gonna Arizona. Arizona by 3.
Yeah.
Philly and Rams playing in LA.
Ooh.
I'm going with the Rams. Let's keep it interesting.
Yep.
I'm going
Let's go with the
Rams.
Rams.
All right. You got the Rams. I'm going Philly. Baltimore versus the Chargers playing in LA.
We get to finally see what Justin Herbert is like against a good team.
Hey, I'm going with the Chargers.
I'm going with the Ravens. After that
Ravens.
disappointing loss to the Steelers, they're going to have to come back with it. I'm going with the Ravens.
What you got, Will?
Ravens.
All right. What'd you say? What Big Will? 49ers. What you got? Chargers. All right.
Chargers.
All right, man. They locked and loaded
Okay.
now. They locked and loaded. They locked and loaded.
I don't see the Ravens losing
Who
two
won
in a
the
row
fifth
back to
line?
back. I don't see it.
You don't see the Ravens losing back to back?
I don't see the Ravens losing back to back. I don't see it.
No,
The Ravens always get weird.
no, they had a bad game last week.
They always get weird.
They get weird, but I'm thinking they're going. Yeah, I don't see the chart, but we'll see. We'll see what Herbert does.
Fact,
We shall
fact,
see.
fact, fact.
Tell it either gonna
All
be
right,
happy or he gonna be like, golly.
Is Khalil Mack back next week?
I didn't know he was still
Injury
playing.
report is not out. I haven't seen it.
I didn't know the dude was still playing, to be honest with you. All right, fellas. 1 hour on the dot. We finished this thing, made it hot.
Hey, we gonna see what happens. Stand by on Sunday after the game's over with. Good luck, San Fran, because you're gonna need them.
Yeah. Hey, Big Will, man.